Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market update for Friday, January 7th. It's all about the December employment report today. The U.S. economy added 103,000 jobs last month. That was pretty much in line with initial estimates, but well below the revised numbers that economists were expecting after ADP reported the strongest job growth on record on Wednesday. The real surprising number in today's government report was the unemployment rate. It fell all the way to 9.4%, the lowest level since May of 2009. Economists had been expecting it to hold steady at 9.8%.
Investors had priced in a bigger jump in non-farm payrolls after Wednesday's ADP report. So today's data is coming as a bit of a disappointment. Stock futures opened relatively flat after the employment data, and European stocks took a turn for the worse. Meanwhile, bond prices have now erased their earlier losses, and yields are dropping, while the dollar gave up its gains against the yen. As for commodities, gold is rebounding a bit from its lows of the session, as the jobs report sapped some of investors' optimism about the economy. But the precious metal is still well below the $1,400 mark. Meanwhile, oil prices are rising back near $89 a barrel after a big drop yesterday.
Investors are also keeping an eye on Washington, where Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke is testifying before the Senate Banking Committee. He said he's slightly more optimistic about the economic outlook and sees signs of self-sustaining growth, but he gave no indication that he's willing to back off the Fed's $600 billion bond buying program. Bernanke also repeated his call for a credible program to lower the federal budget deficit, warning that government spending is on a path that could lead to broad financial turmoil. On the corporate front, keep an eye on shares of KB Home today. The homebuilder reported fourth quarter net income of about $17 million, less than a quarter of its profit in the previous year. But analysts had been expecting KB to swing to a loss.
One of the day's biggest stock decliners is likely to be Liz Claiborne. That stock is tumbling 11% after the company said its fourth quarter financial results will miss previous targets. Claiborne blamed several factors, including bad weather in Europe. On the other side of the spectrum is Borders Group, jumping 11% in early trading. The Wall Street Journal reported that the bookstore operator is in talks about restructuring its balance sheet and has no plans to file for bankruptcy. The news comes just days after Borders said it would be unable to pay some vendors, and two top executives left the company. Sara Lee might also be on the move today, thanks to another Wall Street Journal story. The company reportedly is planning to split its meats and coffee businesses into two separate companies after it rejected a takeover bid last month from Brazilian beef processor JBS. However, the Journal says it's possible JBS could jump back in with a higher offer.
Turning from food to cigarettes, Philip Morris International, British American Tobacco, and Imperial Tobacco are all losing ground after Citigroup downgraded the stocks from buy to hold. The analysts cited weaker pricing and volume trends and possible new European rules that would require generic packaging on cigarettes. That's the latest from Weiss Research. Have a great trading day.